What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about what if Naruto had died. So yeah, let's get into the video. So basically, we start this video off at how can I say this? We start the video off where Naruto is about the age, well, not age. Naruto is at the Valley of the End as he is the age of 12. Naruto is still wearing what he does in canon. So yeah, Naruto is fighting Sasuke as, you know, what happens. But this time, this time, this is when we go to Kakashi as he is currently running to the Valley of the End. And we go back to Naruto and Sasuke as you hear Todori Rasengan as they clash and both get flown back. Sasuke, really wanting power, he hears in his head Itachi saying, "If you want power, you must kill your best friend." As he gets a few kunai and throws them at Naruto. As Naruto screams in pain and then his screaming stops. As Naruto, he isn't dead yet, but he's going to die. As Naruto is now now has 25 kunai all over his body on his back as he fell from his, like Naruto fell. He has kunais in his back. So yeah, now we go to Kakashi as Kakashi has just arrived as he sees Sasuke nowhere. He tries to sense him and he still cannot find him. As Naruto is now, hold on, okay, I'm back. So Naruto is now now on the floor as he is unconscious. As Kakashi sees the kunais and all over Naruto's body as he picks Naruto's up and rushes all the way back to Konoha. As we go to Sakura, as she sees Choji and the rest of kind of Konoha 12, except Kakashi and Naruto, as they're all going back to the village, being rushed to the hospital, you could say, because the fight with, Orochimaru's people, I guess, was kind of tense. So yeah. So Naruto is being held by Kakashi as Kakashi is carrying Naruto bridal style. But he is carrying him by his front instead of carrying him by his back because he doesn't want to hurt Naruto any more than he is now. So yeah, as Kakashi can see Konoha gates as he starts to run there. This is when Sakura sees Kakashi holding something as she thinks, it's Sasuke. As she says, "Kakashi Sensei." This is when Kakashi runs right past her as she realized that he wasn't holding Sasuke. He was holding Naruto. But she couldn't see what happened to Naruto. As Naruto is quickly rushed to the hospital as the doctors treat Naruto and they also call Tsunade. As Tsunade rushes there and goes to heal Naruto. This is when we do a time skip as Naruto is now as Naruto is now unconscious in a hospital room wearing a hospital gown. As Tsunade, as Kakashi asks Tsunade what's going to happen to Naruto. As she says to Kakashi, he is sadly in a coma. As this is when, Kakashi looks down as he's thinking if he should join the Anbu again. because he already lost two of his teammates, his sensei, and his student became a traitor, and now one of his students is in a coma and barely holding on to life. As Naruto then shots open his eyes, as his eyes, instead of being blue, are red, as the Kyuubi says, "Ah, Kakashi Hatake, it's very nice to meet you." This is when, Kakashi looks at Naruto as he says, "Naruto, you're okay." As the Kyuubi says, "No, I'm Kyuubi." Or just to let you guys know, also, like, all of Konoha 12 was there except Sasuke, so yeah. Gaara's there too. And, he's kind of surprised that, the Kyuubi was able to take over Naruto's body pretty easily. So yeah. As the Kyuubi says, "You are all pathetic weaklings. You better be happy that I'm stuck here. If not, you would have all died. I'm going to kill you all once I'm out. Every last one of you. Just you wait." As the Kyuubi lays back down in the bed, as he starts laughing. This is when he starts insulting everyone, as Tsunade asked Kyuubi what does he want, with some tears in her eyes. As the Kyuubi answers her question by saying, "Don't worry, Tsunade. What will happen to the boy does not matter. Just know, sooner or later, he will die, and it will be by my hands. If not, maybe the Uchiha will come back. But if he does, I'll make sure to kill him myself." As Sakura says to the Kyuubi, "No, you won't touch Sasuke." As the Kyuubi says, "Shush, pink hair. You won't be able to do anything to me. You can't even lay a finger on me. I just want to see any of you try." As the Kyuubi looks at Kakashi, as he says, "Kakashi of the Sharingan. If I were you, I would keep that eye of yours to yourself. Because if you were to do anything to me, just know you're also threatening the boy's life as well." As Kakashi was kind of wondering, what the frick does he mean? What do you mean? As the Kyuubi says, "Now I'll be sleeping. Until then, just hope that I don't kill the boy while he's in his sleep as well." As the Kyuubi then goes to sleep. As Naruto's eyes go back to being blue, but it is then closed because, the Kyuubi closed them. So yeah. So basically, everyone is thinking about kind of what the Kyuubi said on how some of them are kind of weak. This is when we're doing a time skip as we go to the council room, as basically everyone in the council room are saying, they should kill Naruto or banish him. As Tsunade is telling them no, he's in a coma and he has no idea what he's doing. And it's not Naruto. He's basically, knocked out. He's holding on to dear life as he can. He's doing whatever he can to survive. So, no, it's no. Basically, Tsunade's answering the question with all no. As Tsunade slams her hand on the desk, saying, "I don't want to hear another word from any of you about banishing Naruto or killing him. If so, I'm giving up on being the Hokage, and you idiots can just find another Hokage." As Tsunade is very willing to give up her Hokage spot just to be with Naruto. As the whole council room is silent, as they stop talking, and Tsunade says to the council, "It ends here." As you know, we do a time skip as the doctor is currently checking on Naruto. As you know, he's checking his post and everything. This is when, out of nowhere, Naruto's heart rate starts beating faster and going higher for no reason. Well, what he thinks is for no reason. As he quickly rushes out of the room and calls other doctors there. As Naruto is, basically being rushed, well, helped out kind of by the doctors, as slowly but surely Naruto's hair is kind of going white in a way, in its own way, as Naruto's hair is kind of going white, and it was going white as at a very fast paced. But when the doctors got there and also Tsunade got there, it kind of slowed down. Like, it stopped a little bit, but then it kept going, very, very slowly. Imagine a snail, but slower, basically, or a turtle, but really slower. So yeah, that's basically Naruto's condition, kind of. This is when you see the rest of Konoha 12, as they have just gotten to the hospital because they heard, Naruto's heart rate was speeding up. As Shikamaru asks Tsunade what's wrong with Naruto. As Shikamaru is answered by Tsunade by saying Naruto nearly died. If it wasn't for me and the other doctors, then we most likely couldn't help him. As Gaara is still there, as he says maybe it's the Kyuubi. As Tsunade narrow her eyes, as she thinking, maybe he's right, maybe he's doing something to Naruto, so he can die and he can be released. As Tsunade is biting her nails, because if something happens to Naruto, basically the whole village is screwed. Not just that, I don't really think anyone other than, and I don't think if it's a Senju or an Uzumaki, I think they're the only people that can, hold the Kyuubi. If it's not one of them, then basically everyone in the whole village is screwed. And Naruto and, Tsunade are kind of the only ones that are, not Senju or Uzumaki. So if Naruto ends up dead, the whole world is screwed, because Tsunade ain't moving on, and also Naruto is dead. So yeah, but Naruto isn't dead yet. So let's continue with the video. This is when we go to how. Hold on, guys. I need to do something real quick. Okay, guys, I am back. So let's get back to the video. This is when we do a kind of a 3-year time skip, as you see Sakura and Kakashi, who are sitting next to an unconscious Naruto. As Naruto kind of grew, and his hair kind of grew as well. As Naruto is still in a coma. As some of the, Konoha 12 have been training more harder than they do usually. So yeah, this is when, you know, oh yeah, just to let you know, like, today, like the day on Naruto, while Sakura and Kakashi are there, they're looking down, like, most of all the doctors are treating other patients. So yeah, like, it's a really busy day today. And Tsunade is doing, her Hokage work. So yeah, as out of nowhere, Naruto's heartbeat starts going up. As Kakashi sees this, as he tells Sakura to go and get a doctor. As Sakura yells out for a doctor wherever she can get one, as only a few doctors come, which are only 3. As Sakura says, she knows a little bit of healing ninjutsu. Oh yeah, when I said 3, I meant 2 years. 2 years, not my bad. That's my fault, my guy. My guy. That's my fault, guys. My fault, guys. That's my fault. I meant 2 years, not 3. I'm bugging. So yeah, Naruto is now Naruto's heart rate is going up as the doctors told Kakashi to leave the room as the only one. Sorry about that. As the only one out there is rather, is Sakura. I mean, the only one in there is Sakura and 3 other doctors. As it has not yet, gotten to, the people of Konoha that, well, not the people of Konoha, more like everyone in Konoha knows that Naruto's in a coma. And also, they just don't know, like, Naruto's heart rate is going up right now. So yeah, as some of the doctors did call Tsunade, but no one was really picking up, as they were able to do whatever healing ninjutsu that they can. As Naruto's hair was going white at a fast rate now. It was going slow, but because of, Tsunade not being there, his hair is going white at a pretty fast rate, but also not doing so. So we go to like 15 minutes later as one of the doctors come out, as they say, he's going to be alright, but we still need some of the doctors to be in there, still working on him, as they Kakashi says okay, as we then go to the rest of Konoha 12, as they have just been informed by some of their senseis that, Naruto is getting worse, as they had quickly rushed over there, as it didn't get to Gaara yet. Also, after this video, I'm going to be doing what if Naruto was banished. So yeah, so just in case you want to see that, then I'm going to do that. So Naruto is currently, with Naruto is currently with the doctors as he is unconscious. This is when Naruto's eyes will open to reveal the Kyuubi eyes, as Konoha 12 are still in there, and some of the doctors. Tsunade just got there, and also Jiraiya, as he says, Kakashi Hatake, I'm happy for today, because my vessel will die sooner or later. I'm surprised he's still holding on to the life that he has. He just won't let go. As Kakashi says, that's because he wants to be Hokage, and he won't die until he does that. As Kurama starts laughing, as he says, you are very funny, Hatake Kakashi. because it's me who's making sure the boy is dying. I am killing him. And the only way you can stop me is by releasing me. So, let me ask you, Hatake Kakashi, do you want the boy to die, or rather, do you want him to live another day? As they're thinking, if they release the Kyuubi, he can, if they release the Kyuubi, they can have Naruto. But if they don't, then then they're basically all screwed. As they hear Kurama laughing again, as he says, "Let me tell you something funny, Hatake Kakashi. The boy told me when we met. He said if he ever died, then he'll bring me with him. Isn't that funny, Hatake Kakashi? Because if I remember it correctly, I am an immortal being. I can never die. But look at the state that he is in now. He can't even move a muscle. His hair is going white, and he's also losing his life. I can feel it. I can sense it. So when he does, that's when this body will be mine, and all of you will die." As Kakashi is kind of getting mad, as the Kyuubi laughs, as he says, "Don't worry, Hatake Kakashi. Sooner or later, once this boy dies, I will be free, and it will be nothing any of you can do about it." As he says, "But let me tell you a little secret about the boy." As Jiraiya is thinking, he's going to tell them about Naruto's heritage. As Kurama says, "Do any of you know about the Uzumaki clan?" As they were kind of stunned by this, even though, because they thought, Naruto was from an unnamed clan, a clan that doesn't exist. As the Kyuubi says, "I'm surprised, Last time I checked, Tsunade, aren't you a 1.5 Uzumaki? You should know this." As they all look at Tsunade, as this is when, before anything really does happen, I'm going to say the Kyuubi talks again, so yeah. As the Kyuubi says, "It was the Uzumaki clan, only them, the one and only people that can hold me back, the only people that can possibly fully able to seal me in one person, and if I ever was released, they'll still live to see another day. But not this one. He'll die, just like all of you. You will all die. And I mean it, Hatake Kakashi. I very much do. And there will be none of you, any of you, will be able to hold me back. Because it's only the Uzumakis that can. The Senjus, I guess they can, but the only Senju left is Tsunade. And what can she do? Cry because her fiance wasn't alive? Cry because her brother died? Cry because her whole clan is no longer here? What are you going to do, Tsunade? Tell me. Will you make sure that the Senju clan goes on? Tell me, Tsunade. I want to know. Will you be able to seal me in one of your ancestors? Or maybe even your child? Well, Tsunade, I'll be waiting for your answer. Until then, I'll take my nap for now. But when I wake up, I will make sure this boy is fully dead. As the Kyuubi basically closes Naruto's eyes and goes back to sleep. As Tsunade is then grabbed by the collar by Shikamaru, as he says, you knew about Naruto wasn't the only Uzumaki, and you knew that you were at least a quarter and a half of one of them, and you could have brought Naruto with you, could have brought him anywhere with you. You didn't have to stay here and suffer. You could have adopted him. Do you not feel nothing at all for what you just did? And now the village is going to have to pay because of you, Tsunade. As you know, as some of Konoha 12 like Ino and Choji are holding Shikamaru back, because for Shikamaru, it's not just his best friend, but like also his whole clan is like basically the whole world is about to get screwed over because one person, sorry about that, because one person can't get over, can't get over what happened to her fiance and the rest of her clan and family, I guess. As Kakashi basically says to Shikamaru, it's not that easy to get over things, Shikamaru. It takes time. As Shikamaru looks at Kakashi and says, well, she had enough time. And now look, now Naruto's going to have to pay for what she did. As Shikamaru then, shakes his arms as Ino and Choji let go. As he says, I'm leaving. This is a drag. Tell me when one of you decide to do something about this. Or at least any of you. As Shikamaru leaves. As this is when we go to Gaara, as Gaara is now just being informed, what's happening to Naruto. As Gaara rushed over to Konoha with Kankuro and Tamari like a bullet. Like this man's only friend is about to die. And it's kind of the Kyuubi's fault, but basically his only friend is gonna die because no one can because no one can man up. As you then go to Naruto, as he is currently in his mindscape. As Naruto is coughing, as the Kyuubi says to Naruto, stop with the coughing, you're waking me up, damn it. As Naruto then says, well, how about you try to die slowly and see how it feels. As Naruto, he's very slowly fading away, as he knows, when he, like, Naruto's mindscape and himself, it's slowly fading away, and the only thing that's really there is the cage. So yeah, as Naruto says, so you do know I am bringing you with me, right? As the Kyuubi chuckles a bit as he says, so you really think you can bring me with you to your death, huh? I'm still going to live either way, boy. You can't kill me. I live forever. As Naruto says, we'll see about that. Just watch. Just watch when I wake up. When I do, I'll train as hard as I can. And once I do, I'll beat Sasuke and bring him back to the village. And I'll become Hokage. As Naruto starts coughing again as the Kyuubi says, "You can't do anything, boy. You're going to die soon. But hey, let me tell you something. You'll wake up in about a week from now. Okay? Do whatever you can to, be alive longer. Or do something with your life, kid, before you die. Besides, I'm not me nor this body is giving you enough time to survive." As Naruto says, well, that's at least a good thing. As Naruto closes his eyes, basically going to sleep in his mindscape. As you go to the real world, where it is now like 2 days later, as it was Monday when, Naruto was basically woke up from, his, well, what the Kyuubi said to all of Konoha 12, except Sasuke. So yeah, as basically half of Konoha has been informed. If Naruto dies, you're all screwed. So have fun knowing that. As this brings Konoha into kind of like a panic, because if their Jinchuriki dies, the Kyuubi will attack. As the villagers are blaming Naruto for not keeping him in check. As every time when Tsunade hears the name Naruto and Kyuubi together in the same sentence, as if Naruto's name is cursed, she gets mad and she puts whoever is speaking like that about Naruto in jail. And she yells out to whoever does speak about Naruto like that to basically keep it to themselves and deal with it, or basically if you do have a problem with it, you will be executed. Basically, and it's basically that. And no one really wants to be executed, so they all keep their mouth shut. And that's what they should have been doing from the beginning. I mean, that's just my opinion, but whatever. So yeah, this is when we go to Naruto, as Naruto is unconscious still, as currently Shikamaru and also Ino and Sakura and also Choji are checking up on Naruto, as they're thinking about the Kyuubi said. If Tsunade has kids, then no one will really have to deal with the Kyuubi. But because if just in case Naruto dies, but if Naruto does die and she doesn't have any kids, then we're all finna die. That's it. We might as well just, they're thinking we might as well just kill ourselves now because it's already over. As Tsunade has been asked out by multiple people and she has all rejected them. It don't matter how handsome or strong they are, she has rejected all of them. As most of Konoha 12 go to Naruto's hospital room, as Gaara is there too. He has kind of just arrived because it takes time to get all the way to the sand to the leaf. So yeah. So Gaara is checking up on Naruto along with the rest of Konoha 12, as he knows, and one of the doctors was informed Naruto should wake up in a month or two. So yeah. But that's not it. Naruto will wake up in about a week. So Naruto is currently now still in his coma, as Gaara says to, the rest of the Konoha 12 shinobi what's going to happen to Naruto, as they basically say, we don't know what to do, nor do they know what's going to happen to Naruto, as they just keep looking at the unconscious Naruto, as every day, his hair keeps going a little bit white by the day. So they're trying to keep his hair the same way, so they dye it. But every time, a piece of his hair goes white, they just dye it, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah. This is when, Gaara says, so if I can get this correct, Naruto does have a clan, and if him or Tsunade don't have kids, then all of Konoha is screwed, I'm guessing. As Sakura nods her head, yes. This is when, it's about a few hours later as they all leave. As the only people there is Gaara and Shikamaru. As Shikamaru leaves, 2 minutes later, as it's just Gaara. As Gaara says to Naruto as he is unconscious, Naruto, I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be right back. As Gaara gave a little smile as he left. As you see someone appear as out of the shadows, as it is Sasuke, as he goes to Naruto's bed, as he says, Naruto, I heard about your condition. I feel bad for you, but sadly, you are going to die, and it's going to be by my hands. So, Naruto, as Sasuke then unsheathes his blade, as he says, let me kill you. As before Sasuke can, stab Naruto, he stopped by sand, as Gaara is, right there at the doorway, as he says, Sasuke, if you think I'm going to let you kill Naruto, you are dead wrong. As Sasuke looks at Gaara, as he says, Gaara, what do you want? As he says, I want you to step away from Naruto's body. Now, I don't care if you try to do anything to Naruto. Just don't do it when he is on his deathbed. As Sasuke says, no, I'm giving my friend a peaceful death. As Gaara gets mad at this, as he says, if he was your friend, you'll do anything to stop him from dying, but instead you're going to make it worse. As Sasuke looks at Gaara, then looks at Naruto. As Sasuke, who is still looking at Naruto, says to Gaara, Gaara, let go of the sand. As Gaara says, what? As Sasuke says, release the sand. Now, Gaara. As Gaara says to Sasuke, no. As it is then a kind of like, it's an explosion, but no people are really injured. And when people go out and check, they see, it's near the hospital, as it's kind of on the floor Naruto's on. As everyone goes and checks, as you see as you see a Gaara and Sasuke fighting. As they continue to fight, this is when Sakura yells out, "Sasuke, what are you doing here?" As Sasuke looks at Konoha 12 and some of the villagers and people there, as he says, "I came to finish what I started. I'm here to give Naruto a peaceful death." As Gaara says to Sasuke that killing someone while they're unconscious isn't a peaceful death. You're just making Naruto's life worse. So leave. As Sasuke says, "I can't do that." As Sasuke, backs away, as he kind of disappears into the shadows, as Gaara is trying to sense where he is, as he senses that he's next to Naruto, as Gaara quickly goes to where Naruto is, as he goes, like, Naruto's room, there's a hole in the wall, because, like, kind of where the window is, where Naruto, like, window is, there's a giant hole there, so it's a hole in the wall, and that's how they continue to fight. As Sasuke is looking at Naruto, as instead of trying to kill him now, he picks up his body and says, "Let's go, Naruto." As Sasuke starts running with Naruto's unconscious body in the hospital, as the hospital people, didn't try to stop Sasuke, as they just saw someone running, as Sasuke is now outside with Naruto's unconscious body. As you hear shadow possessing jutsu, as Sasuke is then stopped as he sees Shikamaru, as he says, "Shikamaru, huh?" As Shikamaru says, "Let go of Naruto." As Sasuke glares at Shikamaru and says, "No." As this is when Sasuke feels Naruto's pulse rising, as he says, "Naruto, your pulse is rising. What's happening?" As in Naruto's mindscape, is his mindscape and himself. He's starting to disappear faster. So yeah. As Naruto is also in the real world, is coughing as Sasuke says, "Naruto, what's the matter?" As Shikamaru says, "Dang it, his condition is getting worse." As he goes to attack Sasuke, as Sasuke dodges, as he is still holding, Naruto. As he says, "So, you're dying, huh? Well then, let me finish you." As before, Sasuke can do anything else, sand gets flown at him as Gaara is on, isn't on the building like how Shikamaru and Sasuke are. He's on, the ground, and he says, "Sasuke, let go of Naruto now." As Sasuke says, "No." Just to let you guys know, it's like nighttime, so yeah. So Naruto is Naruto is in his mindscape as he is coughing, as he says, "Fox, please help me." As Kurama says, and why should I help you, huh? Don't you, don't you want to just use my power so you can get stronger? Don't you want to use it so you can become Hokage? As as Naruto says, no, that's not why I want your power. I want to live so I can become. Sorry, oh my God, what is wrong? As you know, as Naruto is coughing, saying, I want your power to be able to heal me so I can become Hokage. And we can come on good terms and be friends. As the Nine Tails chuckles as he says, friends, huh? Why would I ever be friends with a lowly human like you? I will never in my life be your friend. As Naruto starts coughing as he stops coughing as he is on the ground. As we go to the real world, as Sasuke, feels Naruto's post is, going down. As Sasuke is basically, saying, so you are dying. As Sasuke takes out his blade and slice Naruto's chest. He doesn't slice it in half, but he slices it a bit, where Naruto is kind of dying more than he usually is. As Sasuke throws Naruto's body on the floor, as he kind of felt his post fully disappear when he did that. As Sasuke unlocked his Mangekyo Sharingan, as he says, now I have the power to kill Itachi. Thank you, Naruto. Have a good rest. As Sasuke then disappears. As Gaara runs to Naruto's body, as Naruto is basically on the ground, barely breathing. As Gaara takes Naruto back to the hospital where he can get more treatment. And this is where I'm going to kind of end off the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.